buenas a todos, aquí estamos de vuelta un día más con Hogwarts Legacy. Y bueno, me podéis confirmar si se ve bien, si no se ve bien. Le vamos a ir dando caña ya. Y vamos a hacer una dilla de directo, así... Vale, gracias. Así nos despejamos un poco. Nos despejamos de la vida.
Sometimes it seems all roads lead to
¿Qué
Hogsmeade.
hace yo aquí? Ah, sí. Tescurania Sofía. Que no tengo ni idea de dónde está esa planta. Así que lo vamos a dejar. Esta misión la dejamos. Ya están aquí. Me está buscando las misiones, ¿sabes? Y vaya con el pozo. Es que, tío, no sé. Me he comentado 4. Vamos a la misión principal. Porque ya la cambio de los mapas y ya está. Porque ya por ahora no... Menudo tirón me acabo de dar ahí, ¿eh? Ah, no puedo, he oído. Hasta que no salga de Hogsmeade, no puedo. Bueno, ¿qué tal estáis? ¿Estáis bien? ¿Estáis mal? Contadme. ¿Qué es de la vida? Ahí hay un coge. Vale. Vale. Pues sigamos adelante. Vamos a salir de aquí. Uy, que casi me mato. No sé a dónde estoy yendo, pero ok. Me alegro que estéis bien. La forma que pasar. Mira, me llevo un cofre.
Revelio.
Vamos a ir a Hogwarts. Bajamos. Sí, vamos a bajar ya por aquí. Por un momento pensaba que era un dragón de verdad. Profesor. ¿Cómo es de fluido? Bueno, que la armadura del gran salón o de donde estaba el gran salón destruyó la otra porque estaba cantando. Es maravilloso, ¿eh? Epa.
May we talk about this?
Madre mía. Siempre quiere matarlo. Sí, vamos. Allí entramos. vamos por aquí.
I was hoping to see you.
Ah, sí, pues aquí estoy.
You're back.
Finally. Minister Spavin talks more than he listens. Ranted on and on about rogue dragons. Wouldn't listen to a word about goblins. Speaking of which...
Listen, Professor. So much happened while you were away. I received a flurry of messages from Professor Black's house elf, Scrope.
Scrope sent you messages?
Yes, I thought it was odd too. He asked me to meet him and then told me to take the toast.
Why would you want to take toast?
To a cave under the lake. That's where I found Richard Jackdaw's ghost.
Who on earth is Richard Jackdaw?
He was a student here long ago. Anyway, he told me about a secret cavern. I went there, and right next to Jackdaw's skeleton, I found the missing pages.
You found the pages?
I did. And because Jackdaw had followed the map they contained, when I found the pages, I found the location on the map. Believe it or not, it's a room below Hogwarts.
Why am I not surprised? Shall we?
I was hoping you'd say that. Oh, and we'll need to bring the book.
¿A dónde vamos? Se te ha bugueado la capa, señor.
The room is called the Map Chamber, by the way. And a portrait of Percival Rackham awaits us there.
Professor Rackham. I look forward to meeting him. How did this Jackdaw get the pages from the book?
Evidently, Peeves stole them, and Jackdaw stole them from him.
Oh, Peeves.
Safe travels, my young friends.
Gracias.
To think it was beneath us all this time.
Sí, eso es verdad. Siempre está un poco loco.
This looks promising. Map. There's Hogsmeade. And over here, the Forbidden Forest. And, of course, Hogwarts. It's magnificent. If only you were here to see this.
Ya que.
Hello, Professor Rackham. We've placed the book on the pedestal as you asked. And this is my mentor, Professor Fig.
How do you do, Professor Fig? And you, my young friend, see now why you needed to return with the book?
I do. I also see why you refer to this room as the Map Chamber.
That you have come this far tells me that you possess extraordinary magical ability, the potential and power of which will unlock should you prove yourself worthy. The location of each of 4 trials will, in time, appear on the map. Trials that will test you and give you access to invaluable knowledge. Trials that you must complete on your own.
Vaya.
Do you recall the pensive memory you viewed in my vault in Gringotts?
Sí, lo de la varita, ¿no?
You and your friend Charles spoke of the Portkey, and of trials you'd created for one who could see traces of ancient magic.
Precisely. Charles is another of the Keepers, a designation we gave ourselves centuries ago, in light of the knowledge that we have been bound to keep hidden. Until perhaps now.
So, the passage from your ruins to Gringotts, everything in the vault, the restricted section, finding this room, none of these was a trial.
They were an important part of the journey, but they were not trials themselves. The fact that you have come this far, however, bodes well. The trials were designed to ensure that the power and knowledge we have kept secret for so long does not fall into the wrong hands. They will test your abilities, both innate and learned. But of equal importance, everything you witness as you complete the trials will inform what you choose to do with all that we share. You will need patience. The trials have much to teach you. It will take time.
I'm afraid we don't have the luxury of time.
We have waited this long, Professor Fig. Surely a few more.
Respectfully, sir, while I do not know the secret you keep, I do know that our young friend here has seen traces of a powerful dark magic being wielded by goblin kind. And we encountered an uncommonly powerful goblin wielding such magic as we prepared to leave your vault at Gringotts. We may already be too late.
This is grave news indeed. Young friend, do you trust Professor Fig?
I do.
Then, in the light of your considerable skill and all you have already accomplished, we shall begin. You will find the location of the first trial marked on the map below you. Whilst Professor Fig may assist you in locating the trials, they may be completed only by one with our ability.
Shall we have a look?
A ver, ¿dónde está la primera prueba?
I know that tower. It's not far. You may have seen it yourself.
La lechucería, puede ser.
It looks familiar. Perhaps your young friend is more well-traveled than you might think.
As your mentor, the least I can do is go ahead to make sure it is safe. Join me as soon as you can.
You said that you know that tower. What can you tell me about it?
Not much, I'm afraid. I've passed it dozens of times. It's north of Hogsmeade. My recollection is that it seems abandoned. Clearly, however, the tower conceals more than meets the eye.
Allí no quedé.
I'll find you at the tower as soon as I can.
Until then, be careful. And do not tell anyone where you're going.
Vale. Pues vámonos de aquí, vámonos.
I've always said that.
It's time you learn, Theseus, the freezing spell. It is an efficient way to cool down a heated situation. But first, I will need you to complete a few tasks. Once you've done that, come and see me.
Pero ya no es la señora, no es la profesora de Quidditch, o sea, de Quidditch de escoba, que hace enseñando hechizos. No entiendo nada. No, pues mira, voy a explotar, vale. Sí, es la de escoba. Otra vez, ya está persiguiendo, joder. No se cansan. Qué extraño que no esté la dama gris. Los globos de... Ah, vale, ya lo he visto. Uno. 2. 3, 4 y 5. Vale. Vamos a explotar los de Hodgson.
Revelio.
Aunque el gafe no se persigue. Ahora vamos a eso que no sabemos qué misión es.
Revelio.
Vale. 1, 2, y ahí está el quinto.
Brilliant.
Ahora. Vamos. Hola, ¿qué hay?
See if there's something you need.
Escoba guadaña celeste. No.
That's been a pleasure.
Revelio.
Pues vamos a hacer esa misión, ¿no? ¿Dónde estaba? Ahí. ¿Qué ha pasado?
Revelio.
You can't imagine how inconvenient travel was.
¿Qué? Ah, pues un cofre. Mira.
It's like a place right out of a storybook. Revelio.
A ver lo que hay aquí. Objeto de atuendo. Vale.
Brilliant.
Todavía la profesora Garlic. What? Si solamente tengo una. Vuelve con la profesora Garlic. Ah, pues ya está. Mejor para mí.
Oh, Milo, what am I to do?
¿Qué pasa, compañera? Aquí, puedo hablar contigo. Aquí.
Is there something I can help you with, Mr.
Adley? Edgar Adley? No, I don't think so.
Pero
Last
Edgar
Milo and his
Adley.
mad schemes.
Milo?
He was my friend. Came to me a few days ago with a brilliant plan to make some quick galleons. All I had to do was follow him into the Forbidden Forest. Had I known he wanted to procure venom from a living acromantula. Oh, poor Milo. He didn't deserve to go like that.
Creo que es lo mismo.
Sounds like Milo knew exactly what he was in for and risked your life as well.
No, no. Milo wouldn't have thought that way. He wasn't a bad wizard, merely a bit overconfident at times. I can't think of it. Milo's body is still in that cave with the absconder.
The absconder?
Aye, Milo's name for the acromantula. He did have a flair for the dramatic. In fact, as he died, Milo begged me to take his heirloom pocket watch, so that his daughter would have something to remember him by. But I fled.
Why would someone risk their life for spider venom?
As a potion ingredient, acromantula venom is incredibly valuable. In large part because it is, as Paul Milo has proven, impossible to get from a live acromantula.
If I have time, I can try to collect the heirloom watch, Mr. Radley.
You can't possibly go to the acromantula's cave. You'd be killed.
No,
Please, forget I said anything.
Now, where could that acromantula cave be?
Porque todo el mundo dice que no me ponga en peligro, soy poderoso. Bueno, pues nada, vamos por aquí. Vamos con calma y sin precipitarse.
Does it get any more cozy than Hogsmeade?
Vaya, me queda con toda la gana. Si es verdad, porque no se puede volar con la escoba en Hogsmeade, tío. ¿Qué es eso?
Revelio.
Eso tiene que ser algo interesante. Ah, vale, son escarbatos. No veáis. Menuda tenéis día aquí, chavales. Joder, seguimos misión secundaria, ¿eh? Pues nada, lo que nos cuentan.
Revelio.
These rocks have seen better days.
Vale. Con calma, con calma.
Revelio.
Off on another adventure, are we?
Un Dumbach.
Not sure how I'd fare in a little place.
Bardo Beaumont should have returned by now. Had by dark wizards he was.
Ahí hay una hoja del libro. Vamos a recogerla.
Revelio.
Ahí lo tienes. Vale. Vale, vamos a preguntarle qué le pasa a estos lugareños. ¿Qué les preocupa?
Brownrock's loyalists are a menace. What can be done?
I couldn't help but overhear. Did you mention Ranrock's loyalists?
I did. Never imagined they'd act this deadly. I'm Claire Beaumont, by the way.
Nice to meet you.
Ranrock and his followers have set up camp here. No regard for our beloved hamlet or our livelihoods. Ruthless. My brother Bardolph dared to stand up to them and ended up in St. Mungo's.
Vale.
Simply at my wit's end.
Why don't you simply leave the area for now?
Upper Hogsfield is my home. Bardolph and I grew up here. No, We are standing firm. Once my brother returns, then we shall decide what to do next.
Vale.
He's gone to seek Victor Rookwood's advice. I didn't approve of that idea, but perhaps in the end it will help.
¿Dónde acampa Lucida?
You said Ranrock's loyalists have set up camp here. Where, precisely?
To the south, across the river. Last I heard, there were several loyalists in each camp. I won't go near them.
How did your brother Bardolph end up in St. Mungo's?
Bardolph had spent the entire day hand-picking herbs and roots for us. When a group of Ranrock's lot appeared and demanded the harvest for themselves, Bardolph refused. In their anger, they hurled him against a rock and robbed him. The moment he left St. Mungo's, he vowed revenge. I worry he may be dabbling in magic that he will one day regret.
I'm unfortunately quite familiar with Ranrock's loyalists. Perhaps I can do something.
Much as I would love to be rid of them, I wouldn't want you to risk injury, or worse. Please be cautious.
Vale.
We should not have to live in fear. This is our...
It seems as though things are getting worse. Best be on it.
Shane Bardolph thought dark magic was the answer. I reckon Rookwood's played a hand in his disappearance.
Excuse me. Did you say something about Bardolph Beaumont?
I did. I don't think we've met. I'm Dorothy Sprottle. I was just worrying about Claire Beaumont's brother Bardolph. Only he's gone missing. Rumour is he was seen in the forest practicing dark magic. Saw him myself near some ruins with Rookwood's lot I did. I fear he got himself into trouble with the Ashwinders, especially if he made them a promise he couldn't keep. I'd help search for him myself, but no one will risk encountering Ranrock's loyalists. They seem to be everywhere.
Vale.
Do you think Bardolph may have simply run off?
No. Bardolph's run that shop with Claire his entire life. He'd not give it up for anything. He swore he'd be back in a fortnight. My instincts are that he's been held captive, or worse.
Why would Bardolph want to get involved with the Ashwinders?
Oh, he had a terrible run-in with Ranrock's loyalists. Changed him. He vowed never to feel powerless again. I think he sought the Ashwinders out to learn their secrets. Victor Rookwood, at least, seems somehow immune to Ranrock's loyalists.
I can certainly look out for him.
Any help would be appreciated.
Right.
You might speak to Claire first. Perhaps she has some insights
Yeah,
that I
lovely.
don't. I can tell you that Bardolph was last seen in the forest wearing a particular woolen jumper, one that Claire knitted herself. Claire will be at her shop if you'd like to speak with her.
Vale, antes de emocionarnos, vamos a ver colecciones, lugares, ¿no? El 96 de 150, cuidado, cuidado. Vale. Y esto, mangos de varita. Vale. Ya está. Aquí nada, misiones. Vamos a elegir misiones. Nivel 30, recomendado. Interesante, ¿qué nivel tenemos? Vamos a ir al guardián del hermano. No, quiebra el hueso. Quiebra los campamentos, quiebra campamentos. Porque nivel 30, ¿y cuánto tenemos? 26. Dureza. Eso es muy duro. Muy duro eso, Pues ahora que me he dado cuenta de que no era de nuestro nivel. Si no nos hubiesen hecho papilla. Oh, técnicamente no. Vamos a eliminarlos. Vamos a intentar hacerlo. Vamos a hacer petrificos.
One of Ranrock's
totales.
camps, exactly as Madame Beaumont described.
Con petrificos totalos. Petrificos totalos.
Wizards are running scared, as they should be.
Petrificos.
Petrificus totalis.
Anda, mira. Pues mira, ya se sabe cómo se hace eso en modo sigilo. Petrificus totalos.
Oh, famished. One less human to worry about.
Pero si le he dado petrificus totalos.
Someone there?
Con cuidado, con cuidado. Nada. Sí, que es lo que se te está haciendo el día.
You only have Ranrock to blame. One camp down, one more to go. Revelio.
Pues nada, me mola más la acción, la verdad. No sé vosotros, pero a mí me mola más la acción. Me mola mucho más la acción. Mira, esa es la torta, me parece, ¿no? La quinta.
Such arrogance.
Confringo. Protego.
Coming back this such arrogance. One less human to worry about. I won't rest until dead. Stop it! I won't rest.
Confringo.
La verdad es que por la...
Revelio. Both camps cleared. Madam Beaumont will be glad to hear that.
mola más así la acción. Creo que ya hay más, pues vamos. Vamos a informarle. Vamos a informar, vamos a informar.
Who lived here, I wonder?
Pues gente.
Seems a pleasant enough little place.
I do miss the bustle of business. Poor customers, afraid to venture out.
Señor,
Madam Beaumont, might I speak with you?
Yes? What about?
Mrs. Sprottle told me a little about your brother's disappearance.
Oh, dear Dorothy. She'd go looking for Bardolph herself if she could.
She she mentioned dark magic in even the Ashwinders.
Despite my repeated warnings, Bardolph's been experimenting with dark magic near the edge of the forest. I thought perhaps he'd get it out of his system and it would gradually stop. But then one day, he didn't come home.
Vale.
Is there anything your brother took with him that might help to track him down?
Only his satchel, journal, and a woolen jumper I knitted for him. That's all I can recall.
Pues nada. ¿Cree que ha podido
Could Bardolph have run off?
No, he'd never leave me here alone. He did speak of going to talk with Victor Rookwood. That worries me almost more than his attempts at mastering dark magic. Rookwood is as dangerous as Ranrock, in my opinion.
Vale, está dependiente pues si lo ve.
I'll let you know if I see or hear anything about him.
Thank you. How kind. I'd be so grateful to learn where he is. I know in my heart he's out there. Do be careful.
Vale. ¿Puedo ver su producto?
What do you have for sale?
Bardolph, where are you? I'll not give up hope. Thank you for passing through.
Hello, Madame Beaumont. Good news. I was able to clear out Ranrock's camps.
You cleared them out? How?
I managed to catch them off guard.
When my brother returns, this news will mean the world to him. You saved our hamlet, my young friend. This will not be forgotten. I fear for other hamlets, truly. Ranrock and his lot are unlike any goblins I've ever seen.
Vale, pues gracias por su tiempo.
I should be going now. Thank you.
Vale, vamos a hacer la misión secundaria esta.
Thank you. Sincerely.
Uy, qué poquito os queda para subir de nivel 26.